Hey, this is Pretty Kitty. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to another week, I believe week 5 of Sketchbook Sunday. This has actually been pretty freaking fun, guys. So if you are interested in any of the materials I'm using for my Sketchbook Sundays or any of my videos, please check them out at prettykittycommissions.com/materials. And also real quick, if you would like to have free reference photos for any of your artwork, commercial, free or otherwise, check out prettykittycommissions.com/shop and you will not be disappointed. All right, let's get started. So if you haven't seen my previous video about where the heck have I been, what the heck has been going on, and why haven't I been uploading as frequently as I should have been, as a quick recap, there's just been a huge series of events that's just pretty much prevented me from uploading and being as active as I can on social media. If you want to check it out, go ahead and check that video out and come back here. I'll be waiting. But so I just wanted to kind of share some thoughts and ideas of when I just kind of wanted to share some thoughts of the struggle it can be, the struggle we can have as artists, for example, when we're looking for ideas, we're searching for our next muse, we're searching for our next biggest painting or creation. And I kind of wanted to bring forth an idea of searching for ideas within your surroundings. When you're going outside with a new mindset, sometimes I will have days that I'll just straight up go outside. I'll put on my walking shoes, I'll bring my book bag and my sketchbooks and my 2 favorite inking pens, and I will say, okay, today is going to be a day where I'm going to look for ideas and I'm just going to absorb everything I visually can and take whatever I can from it, be it people, if I'm looking at plants, if I'm looking at the shapes of bodies, if I'm looking at animals, if I'm listening to the sounds around me. It's just one of those things where you kind of want to be present in your surroundings and taking in as much information as you can and recording as much information as you can. Yesterday, right now as of recording this, it's now the 11th of May, which is Friday, but yesterday on Thursday, I decided to go to the Metropolitan Museum of Art because I'm staying with my sister in New York for a little bit until our trip. I was like, well, I'm here, I'm in New York City, so I might as well explore it and go to the Met. So I went to the Met and I'm looking at these ginormous paintings. Like, we're talking about our painting masters here, and they are creating paintings as large as trees. Like, you know, I'm looking at this one painting where the figure is literally as tall, if not taller than me. And she's just literally 1/3 of the painting. It was absolutely insane. And I'm sitting here wondering, like, wow, like, how in the world do they have a chance to do this? Like, and then you're thinking of, okay, maybe painters are painting on ceilings and they're doing it al fresco, and you're just thinking, like, how in the world are we doing? Like, how do they do this? And I'm sitting here crying about a 9x12 canvas. But it was really nice. It was enlightening. It was beautiful. It was something that I was able to really rake in as much inspiration as possible and try to take as much video and as much footage as I could, because, you know, I could use any of this as a future painting or a future sketch or anything at all. Like, I want to expand my visual library in a sense. So I wanted to use this opportunity, even though I was here for a funeral, and instead of, you know, spending the money to go back home and then come back for our leaving flight, we just decided to stay at my sister's house for a little bit in New York City. And I said, well, I cannot, should not, and will not be stagnant and stay still. in this location, because at home I'm stagnant. At home I'm not doing anything except work and art, and that doesn't feel fulfilling. It doesn't feel fulfilling at all. So with that being said, I'm in a new environment. I'm in a new place. For the most part, New York City isn't necessarily new to me. However, it is doing this alone, actually. Traveling New York City alone and getting on the trains and buses alone. It's a really new and refreshing experience compared to the slow, not so loud and dirty and messy place as my hometown. Coming up with ideas is extremely difficult. Or you have a ton of ideas and you're crippled by it because you have so many, and you feel like you're in mid-drawing, and you feel like you're betraying your other ideas, and you're just kind of like, oh God, I shouldn't do this because what about this painting? What about that painting? And searching and scraping for ideas is, you have to find a way to mentally let go. So I'm reading this book called The Creative Habit by an author, dancer, and choreographer, Twyla Tharp. And as I'm reading this book in college, I'm thinking, how does this book even work with me? Like, I'm a visual artist. I'm not a dancer. I don't move my body in an artful way. Well, there was a couple of ideas and a couple of philosophies that actually did resonate with me. For example, scratching for ideas. This is something I do constantly because as much as I have ideas in my head, I always run out of them. And I get really either overactive or just overstimulated with the amount of ideas that's in my head, or the sheer lack of ideas that are in my head. So it's a mixture of both. Also, there's one that's called putting things in a box. For example, if you take a ton of photos, or the free reference photos that I have, that is kind of considered a box. Let's say you're trying to do a snowy background or a snowy scene, and you're trying to find pictures that would, symbolize that, or pictures that would capture what you're looking for. Go on my website and you find them, and you're like, oh, this is great. And you have a whole section, like 64 photos of photos that could work for you. So that's two things that I was able to take away from the book is scratching for ideas and putting things in a box. And actually, I wish I could get that book again, because I could probably use it for some good airplane reading. So anyway, I guess the main takeaways from this chat with you on this Sketchbook Sunday is go outside with a new mindset. Look at people, look at plants, look at your surroundings. Pay attention to those little details. Pay attention to the bigger picture. Listen to sounds around you. Be present in your surroundings. Hopefully this can amplify your artwork, and hopefully this might be able to give you a sense of belonging with your artwork. Scratch for those ideas and dig deep. Put those things in a box, take photos, take sketches, take observational sketches, you name it, just do it. And hopefully you'll have your next masterpiece in no time. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'll probably try and see you next Sunday for Sketchbook Sunday, because for some reason Thursdays are just not working for me at the moment. But if you are seeing this, I will already be on my cruise ship to the Caribbean. So thank you guys so much for sticking with me, and I hope to see you guys next Sunday. Have a pretty kitty kind of day. Take care of yourself and take care.